Hey guys, it's Jillian here from Fabulously Ab, and I'm so excited to bring you the very first of the vlog series. This is something that I wanted to do for some time, but I've been nervous because it might look really weird on camera or like on a phone or something like that. More nasally than I'd expect, like Fran Drescher type. And there's this vein over here somewhere that tends to come out when I'm nervous or I'm about to meet people or anything like that, so I look really awkward trying to cover it up. But I thought it was finally time to bring the vlog series to the blog, and I wanted something fresh and exciting for the new year, but decided to start early because why not? So today's episode is going to be about the frequently asked questions that I get about the blog. So it comes to photography or anything like that, and things that I get via email or Twitter or on the blog, and I typically just message the person directly, but I thought I'd make it a blog series because, ideas, I need them. So the first question that we have up for the very first episode of the Fabulously Average blog is, what camera do I use? So I feel like I use the the camera that all people start off with. That's not a point and shoot. When I first started Fabulously Average, it was a point and shoot camera that I had gotten for Christmas, and I was so excited about it. And then looking back now at those pictures, I'm like, whoa, just amateur central. So I was excited when we accidentally broke my camera on Christmas of, I think, 2012. We had dropped it after taking outfit pictures, and I cried my little eyes out because I thought my life was over. I wasn't going to be able to blog anymore. But as a Christmas present, my husband went and with me to go pick out my very first, DSLR, and I was so excited. And it is Canon T3, not TI3, which is, I hear, a good stepping stone for starting like a blog or amateur photography. But I've got this one that works pretty well. I really like it for, how my blog is. It's not, professional blog, but it's something, that I definitely want to put time into and want to look professional. So I really love it. The pictures are crisp. I have a 50mm lens that we bought that doesn't come with it, and I love it. It makes everything awesome, and you have a blurry black background, and just do it if you want to do, amateur photography, or if you want to start a blog and don't want to point and shoot. I highly suggest it. So yeah. The next question is, who is my photographer? I kind of mentioned that before. It is my husband. For a long time, the blog consisted of a tripod and me going to the camera, running back into place, and that was tiring, and both didn't garner any good pictures because things were out of focus and I hated it. But I think it was that time of the year when, the days last longer, so my husband would come home and take my pictures, and it was awesome. But then the winter came, and I would get home before he did, and then by the time he got home, it was dark outside. So I had to figure something out. Luckily, my blog kind of took a turn and went more lifestyle-ish. I started bringing other aspects of, my fabulously average life to the blog, and so I wasn't doing only stop posts. So that allowed me to only limit my stop posts to, random days my husband was off that I got home on time, or the weekends, which is what we're doing now. We mainly only take pictures on Saturdays and Sundays, and it's actual clothes I'm wearing. And so, it's going to the movies, going out to dinner, that's what I'm wearing, going to church, that's what I'm wearing. I don't do anything for the sake of the blog. It's more of what I'm actually wearing and bringing it to you. But got off the topic. My husband is a photographer. Oftentimes, if I'm meeting with friends, I ask them to take pictures, but I usually don't go that route because it makes me nervous, and it's not that I'm not comfortable with them, but I feel like a big goober taking pictures of my clothes. So yeah, that is why my husband is a photographer. Second up is, what made you start the blog? So we moved to Arizona in October 2010, right after we had gotten married. And, I started working, and so it was work, gym, cook dinner, hang out with my husband. That's all it was. Because we didn't know anybody out in Arizona, so we didn't have like social obligations to ever attend or anything like that. So in April of 2011, I started following blogs, and one of my close friends, Beth, hey Beth, had a Tumblr blog where she would, curate fashion inspiration to her blog and then comment on it. And she's very witty, and it was awesome, and I was obsessed. And so I started looking into Tumblr into it, and then, Jessica of what I wore was on Tumblr, and I was obsessed with her. That was, when she was in her prime. And there was another blogger that I started following. It was Kira of A Pretty Penny, which I highly suggest you follow her. She's awesome. She's funny. It's a very life and style blog, and I still read her to this day, and that was long ago. But anyways, I started following these blogs, and I was like, I could do this. Maybe not as, awesome as everybody else, but it would be something for me to do and to put all my energy in other than work, because that was boring, and I didn't like my job at the time. So I started it in April of 2012, kind of, for that creative outlet, as everybody says. But it really has turned into much more than that. Funny story, I meant to put the blog up on May 1st as, an opening to the month and things like that, but I couldn't figure out the Tumblr stuff and scheduling, so it came out April 30th of 2011. I'm still so bitter about that. But anyways, definitely wanted to do it to something to, give me something to do. And it's turned into so much more. I love the blog. I love the people I've met and the community I'm a part of, and the people that come over to the blog every day to read. I really, really appreciate it. And I'm really into it right now, especially because I don't have a job. So it's one of the things I really want to grow. I want 2015 to be the biggest year yet for Fabulously Average, and I'm excited for things that the new year and fresh start in the vlog, to make it a blog definitely not just for me but for other people to enjoy. So yeah. Sorry for these long-winded answers. Wait. Why did you name the blog Fabulously Average? I get this a lot because it's a mouthful. If you notice, when I say fabulously average, I have to think about it, because if you say it really fast, it doesn't work. It's hard. I kind of regret it right now. Oftentimes I want to change it, but it's the brand that I created. It's something that I'm proud of now, so I want to keep it up. But anyways, I kind of named the blog. It was originally The Chronicles of a Fabulously Average Gal, and that's a mouthful all on its own. So yeah, I had to nix that. I think after 2 weeks I changed the name. But because I like the idea of elevating, our everyday lives, and making things a little bit more special. So, the message from the very beginning was, trying to embrace the fabulous of our everyday lives, and that's still what it is today. And I really, like that idea of, just an average gal trying to make life a little bit more fabulous. So yeah, corny, I know, but whatevs. Next question. Why aren't you a .com? I mainly get this from PR agencies and the brands that want to work with me, which I always get a little offended. I think it's rude, because I don't want to be a .com, okay? But no, I do. FabulouslyAverage.com is already a blog that I don't even think the person uses the blog anymore, so it drives me crazy because I'm going to get off the internet so I can take that. But I have considered it a lot lately, especially for 2015, and tend to be taken a little seriously. Because, it makes things a little better and it's easier to find blogs, and Tumblr.com just makes it not cool. So I am kind of working on that. Not really working on it, but I really want to work for it for 2015. So if anybody has any tips or anything like that, I'd really appreciate it. But it is something that's coming, and I wanted to rename the blog Average Joe's, but that's taken too. So that kind of sucks because, Average Joanne right here, that'll work. But yeah, that's taken. But I do have a name that doesn't really change it from Tumblr.com, so wait for it. Hopefully nobody takes it. Somebody's going to take it. I see it. Next question is, why don't you like to say you're a fashion blogger? You always say you're a style blogger. This one was kind of added by me. Nobody's ever asked me that. But I think Kendi, from Kendi Every Day, everybody knows her, everybody loves her. She's like the queen. We love her. She once mentioned it a couple months back about how, fashion and style are two separate things. They really are. I think style is more subjective. Fashion is very high fashion, couture, runways, brands and labels. And I think style is more, you can have more fun with it. Um, it's bringing a little bit of yourself into what you're wearing and, kind of exuding confidence if that's what you do. We use your style to, like, show people who we are without saying anything. I think there's a quote, something like, style is showing people who you are without words or something like that. Should have looked this up beforehand. But anyway, and I wholeheartedly agree about that. I think it's really, you can have fun with it a little bit more, and it's you. It's a representation of you in your clothes, and as materialistic as it is, because it is. I love to, change up from boho to preppy to, edgy, cool, things like that. I think it's fun, and I think being a fashion blogger is also like, if you read Gomi, it's like fashion blogger. I don't want to be associated with that. So that's why I also incorporate a lot lifestyle parts to my blog, because I want to be taken seriously, but I don't want to be taken that seriously. So yeah. Um, that is all the questions for today. I am really excited to start this series. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you didn't think I was as much of the goober as I'm going to think when I watch this myself. I hope my voice doesn't sound as corny as, I think it does. But thank you so much for following along, for the readers that are new, old, people have been, reading for me for a long time, or if you just kind of came over, I hope you come back. But really, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. And if you do have any other questions for me regarding anything from style to beauty to motherhood or anything like that, please do send me an email, shoot me an email, leave it in the comments. Find me on Twitter. It's Joanne Alma. Joanne Alma. And that's on my Instagram too, and on my Pinterest. Maybe I should name my blog that. But anyways, yeah, send me any questions you have so we can do another question and answer type thing. But if I'm savvy enough, they'll have like down here say something like fabuloustheaverage.tumblr.com. Come and read. If I'm not, I just made myself sound stupid. So again, I talk too much. Yeah. Bye guys.